Hello, everybody. Good morning. Good morning, and welcome to the session. Good morning, and welcome to the session. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning to you. Good morning, and welcome to the session. Good morning. Yes, yes. As you join in, please leave a comment. Leave a comment. Just leave a shout out. Good morning. Leave a shout out. Good morning to me. Leave a shout out. Good morning to your fellow people in the community. Yes, excited to be here today, excited to see everybody here today. And it is very important for us to share and, of course, to be part of day 12. Yes, please, as you join in, please do leave a comment so that I know that we are following. Okay? All right. Yes, good morning, Purity. Good morning, Walters. And good morning to every other person who is joining right now. I'm excited to have us here. And today is day 12 of our mentorship program. And congratulations for making it to day 12, waking up at 4 a.m. every morning for 12 days to go through coaching and mentorship and teaching. Not everybody have that kind of mentality. Not everybody have that kind of attitude to do that. It takes sacrifice, it takes commitment, it takes dedication, it takes understanding of how important a program like this is to you as far as building a successful life is concerned. And I am super excited about today because today we are handling something very important. And the things I'll be talking about, these are things that greatly transformed my life. And these are things that when I am able to drive these things into the lives of the people I coach and consult and mentor, when they catch this thing I'm about to teach you today, their lives, they always see a difference in their life, right? Like when they do the things I'm about to teach you today and consistently practice these things for 3 months, 6 months, or 12 months, and even, of course, for 3, 4 years, they always see a tremendous increase, a tremendous difference in their life, either in their career, in their businesses, in their finances, and in whatever that they do. So I want to challenge you, I want to encourage you. What I will teach today, what we are going to share today, make up your mind to take actions where you need to take actions, improve where you need to improve, and I bet you will start seeing incredible results, almost immediate results, and of course, long-term results as you go through the process. Okay, good. And just to do a quick checkup, if you have been challenged so far, you have been blessed so far, you feel that the retreat program have been impacting you so far in the last 11 days that we have done this, please leave me a comment. Leave me a one-word comment describing how challenged or how different you feel about the retreat program so far that we are in day 12. Have you been challenged? Have you been blessed? Have you been described? Not just a comment to describe how you feel so far about the retreat so far as the 11 days that we have done so far, and today is the 12th day. Yes, leave me a comment. Let me see. I want to read some comments while others join in, and then we proceed. Yes, good morning to those who are joining right now. You're welcome to the session. Excited that you could join us. Excited that you could conquer your sleep, conquer your bed, and wake up and be part of the morning coaching session. All right, for those who are joining today, we call this in the Peak Performance Academy morning school, right? Morning school is something that we get to do, and we wake up at 4 a.m., sometimes 3:30 a.m. to do coaching for 1 hour, 45 minutes, sometimes 2 hours, depending on what we are handling for that season. Okay. All right. So somebody says throughout the 11 days so far, he has been challenged and blessed. Okay. All right. Good. So those who you have not leave any comments. You have not been challenged. You have not been blessed. You have just been coming. All right. Okay. Good. All right. Let's get straight today into what we have to teach today, as far as today's topic is concerned. So today we will be looking at how to eliminate excuses and make destiny decisions. How to eliminate excuses and make destiny decisions. For those who are joining today, we are using my book 35 Days of Redefining You for Success as our retreat tool for this retreat so far. Day 12 morning, the book is divided into day 12 and morning and evening to say so. I want to describe show this. Clotilde says, it has been transformational. Sir, I have gone through the book, 35 Days of Redefining Yourself, but having you teach it live is different and more impactful and transformational. Happy to hear that. Awesome. That's great. That's great. All right. Let's keep on going through that process. Day 12 morning says, eliminating excuses is important because your future is important. Eliminating excuses is important because your future is important. Is there anybody here who have never made an excuse? You have never given yourself an excuse for not doing something. Is there anybody? I have given myself excuses, right? Especially at the beginning of my career, or even before I started, or even before I changed my mindset to develop the mindset of success, a successful mindset, right? Before that, I used to give a lot of excuses, a lot of excuses, right? So I am sure many of us have given ourselves excuses. Maybe yesterday you gave yourself an excuse for not doing something. Maybe today you are already planning to give yourself an excuse for not doing something. I rebuke that excuse in the name of Jesus, right? If anybody who you have been planning to give yourself an excuse not to do something today, may you not give yourself that excuse in Jesus' name, right? Yeah. And of course, maybe this December or maybe this end of year, there's something you have not done and you have been giving yourself that excuse for not doing it. Go and conquer that excuse today. Go and eliminate that excuse and get that thing done. Okay? See, one of the most incredible things that can happen to you as a professional, as an entrepreneur, is to develop your attitude, is to develop your mindset to operate from that dimension where you can always conquer your daily excuses. There is no human being that wakes up from bed without a list of excuses waiting for that human being. Your bed is almost your first excuse. Because the bed is always very comfortable, especially people who are early risers. You want to get up at 4 a.m. to study and pray, or 3 a.m. to study and pray, whatever you want to do, your bed is always your first excuse. Is that true? I mean, this is a 4 a.m. morning program for those who are following from Cameroon, Nigeria, South Africa, and other countries. It's very early where you are, right? So the bed was an excuse for you, and waking up and attending this session was the progress decision you wanted to make, right? So there is no human being that wakes up every day without a long line of excuses waiting to be an obstacle, waiting to distract you, waiting to pull you away from your goal. There is nobody. But the difference is those who have been able to succeed, the trailblazers, the industry captains, the leaders that we admire, the people that produce results, these are people who have been able to develop the mindset and the attitude to eliminate the excuses because their future is more important than the excuses. As a matter of fact, you conquered the excuse of your bed. You conquered the excuse of your sleep. You conquered the excuse of your tiredness. There are some of you that yesterday was so tiring, and some of you even slept late. But you conquered that excuse that I will not allow this tiredness to stop me from attending this 4 a.m. class. And you woke up and you're part of the class. Is there anybody here like that? Leave me a comment. Leave me a comment if you're here like that and you know that you have conquered an excuse this morning. Maybe the excuse of tiredness, you went to bed late, but you're up this morning at 4 a.m. to go through this session. The excuse of maybe just your bed. You did not just feel like leaving your bed this morning, but you still left your bed and you were part of this morning school at 4 a.m. I'm saying leaving your bed because I always encourage people, don't do life transforming things in the bed. Always leave your bed. That's why I always encourage study tables. If you are following this session and you are lying in bed and you are a PPA member, then you have not been baptized fully as a PPA member. You need to leave your bed, sit somewhere, sit on your study desk. It's very important. It helps you build the culture or the habit of doing the right things at the right time. Okay, good. So, point 12 morning is telling you and I that if you think that your future is important, then you have to eliminate excuses. As a matter of fact, you are up this morning at 4 a.m. because you believe that your future is more important than the bed. Your future is more important than you sleeping till 7 a.m. in the morning. You believe that the knowledge that you will get so that you can deploy that knowledge in your life, in your career, in your business, so you can succeed, is more important than the excuse that you would have given yourself and stay back in bed. So eliminating excuses is important because your future is very important. Your future is very important. Okay? The application says list 5 excuses you have been giving yourself. What steps will you take to eliminate them? Right? Can anybody give an excuse that you gave yourself this year? I have given myself an excuse this year. As I said, there's nobody, everybody will have excuses, right? But the difference is the decision to conquer the excuses and take the actions that will benefit our destinies and our future or our careers and businesses, right? What are the 5 excuses? What are the 5 excuses that you have been giving yourself lately? What are the 5 excuses that you have been giving yourself lately? It's important to list them down because when you list them down, you begin to create a structure. Like the last part says, what steps will you take to eliminate your excuses? What steps will you take to eliminate your excuses? You get the point? So, like somebody is saying, I love this comment by Bosco. Bosco says, if you believe that your future is important, you must eliminate excuses. As simple as that. If you believe that your career is important, you believe that your business is important, you believe that your dreams are important, you believe that your daily goals, your weekly goals, your yearly goals, your monthly goals, your life goals in general, if you believe that they are important, then you have only one mission, Eliminate the excuses. Eliminate the excuses. So the question is your future important? Is your future important? What are the excuses that you have been giving yourself in the last 1 year, last 2 years, last 3 years, last 4 years, or even last week, or even last month? And the excuses have been, destroying your destiny manifestation, right? Examples of excuses that some of us must have given ourselves. Number one, it could be, let's say there's a project that you have been procrastinating and you have been giving yourself the excuse that you are not good enough. You keep telling yourself, I cannot study now because I am not good enough. I cannot do it now because I am not good enough. That if you are giving that excuse and you are not training yourself to become good enough, then something is wrong. That's a very bad excuse. But if you say you are not good enough and you are taking actions to train yourself so you can become good enough, it is an excuse that is fueling you to take the right actions. Another excuse that some people give themselves is it's not the right time. It's not the right time. It's not the right time to do this. It's not the right time. And the right time will never come. Go and start that business. Go back to school. Go and ask that girl out. Go and get married. Go and do something, right? It's not the right time. When will the right time be? What are the modalities you have put in place to determine that it is the right time? Okay? Another excuse that people give themselves is, I am too busy. I am too busy. What are you too busy doing? And sometimes when you get detailed into their lives, you will not really see what they are busy doing. They just have poor time management. They just have poor ways of prioritizing their lives, right? For some people, their excuse is their family. Oh, my family is poor. Oh, my family has said this. My family has done this. My family has gone up. My family has come down. Oh, this, oh, that, oh, this, oh, that. I used to have this excuse. Right? I used to have this excuse that I will not amount to nothing. Because since I was born out of wedlock, I don't have my dad. I don't know my dad. And a lot of guys talk about their dad and sponsoring and this. My mom used to find it difficult to pay my fees on time. So I already considered that, I was not going to go to university, and I was already planning on what I would do after that, go be a computer repairer. That was the plan I had. My first plan was to end up being a computer repairer. And I actually started a computer repairing program after high school, because that was the goal after high school, either to do business, start a small side business, or to do computer repairing. That was the goal, right? Because I was already selling myself short because of the family. Okay, good. So avoid giving some of these excuses that can hurt your destiny. Okay, eliminating excuses is important because your future is important. We all have something in our life that we could use as excuses to prevent us. Every human being has this. Every human being has something in their life, whether those who are born in rich families or poor families, whether those who are born with high IQ or low IQ, whether those who are born in developed countries or less developed countries. Every human being in their life has that excuse that can prevent them from doing what they know that they need to do to succeed in life. So it is our responsibility. Hear this very well. It is your responsibility. It is your responsibility. It is my responsibility to choose to conquer these excuses. Like you have chosen to this morning to conquer your sleep, to conquer your bed, to leave your bed at 4 a.m., to come and follow this morning coaching session. That was your responsibility. And until you begin to take this responsibility across all the areas of your life, your future will always be far away from you. The funny thing about excuses is, as long as you keep taking these excuses, your future will keep on going farther away from you. So do not allow excuses to get in the way of your success. Do not allow excuses to get in the way of your success. Leave a comment. Leave a comment by making a declaration. Just make a declaration that I will not allow my excuses to get in the way of my success. Type it down. Type it down. Make a declaration. I will not allow my excuses to get in the way of my success. I gave this assignment. There was a lady I was coaching. This lady was, in short, this lady was the chief excusing officer. This lady will give excuses about everything in her life. I have never seen a human being who gives excuses like this lady. This lady was giving excuses about everything in her life. Excuses about the phone, about the roads, excuses about everything. Even her own self, she would give. When I was coaching her, when we're doing anything, excuses. It's that she was dreaming excuses. It's that she grew up with this mindset that everything around her life has been designed to destroy her, or has been designed that she will not succeed. So she doesn't see possibilities. She doesn't see a future. She doesn't see that she can achieve anything. Excuses here and there. So her mindset was redirected into the area of, or to operate by seeing only excuses. Then I had up during the coaching session, I gave her the assignment that she should go and write a card, something like a cardboard, and put on the wall where when she wakes up in the morning, she will see it written in her room, right? She will see it written on the wall. Immediately she wakes up is one of the first things that she will see. And that thing should say, I will not allow my excuses to get in the way of my success. I will not allow my excuses to get in the way of my success. So immediately she wakes up, that is the first thing that she sees on the wall. Right? Maybe somebody following this session right now, you need to do that. You may need to go and print something and put on your ceiling. At the beginning of my career, I used to print things and put on my ceiling. So that anytime I lie on my bed to sleep, I will see it. Anytime I wake up, I see it, right? It's very powerful because your mind is like a magnet. Whatever. That's why be very careful about the things that you keep around you. Be very careful. Sometimes I just like to keep books around me. Some books I've written and I like the books and I love the lessons. I just keep the books around me so that as I keep seeing the title of the books, my mind in particular, my mind magnates a lot. What I see, I magnet. That's why I'm very careful of where I go and the things around me and all of that. I'm always very conscious about it. So the more my mind is feeding on relevant stuff and powerful words and powerful lessons and inspiring stuff and motivational stuff, that is how I'm feeding my energy. That's how I'm feeding the power within me that can produce the result I am looking for. Okay, maybe somebody needs to go and print this and put it somewhere in your room, put it somewhere in your office, somewhere you see often. You remind yourself, I will not allow my excuses to get in the way of my success. So quickly, how can you conquer excuses? How can you live a life that will enable you to eliminate excuses? Quickly, number one, establish a clear vision for yourself. Establish a clear career vision or a clear business vision for yourself. When you live life and you clearly have in your mind a well-structured vision of what you want to achieve 10, 15, 20, 30 years from now, it becomes a powerful motivation and an inspiration for you. I have not said an assumed vision. No, I said establish. It should be a vision that is well written and the vision has numbers on it. The vision has numbers on it. Okay? My vision, part of my vision states that by 2030, I must have traveled at least 25 African countries. Part of the vision by 2030. I'm trying to show how it is written and is established. There are numbers and there are dates, right? I have been to what? 16, 17, right? So there's always something. There's a vision that anytime I feel like making an excuse or giving up, that vision flashes into me. There was a time that I wrote my vision with a pen, I snapped it, and I put it on my screensaver, on my desktop, on my phone. The more I see it, the more it inspires me and challenges me. This is your goal. This is your vision. Okay. Number two, set daily goals. Daily goals are very important to help you eliminate excuses, right? Many of you quickly got up from bed and you're following this station because the morning retreat for today is part of your daily goals for today. It is part of your goal that immediately you wake up, the first thing you are doing today is attending the morning session at 4 a.m. Is that true? Is that true? Can somebody confirm that? That the only reason you are here is because before you went to bed, you knew that the first goal, the first to-do list, the first thing on your to-do list this morning is for you to attend the morning session. That's the power of goals. So before you wake up and you're facing your day, you already know that, hey, these are the things I have to cover, pam, 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 and you set them. It also enables your mind. There was a research that was done by MIT. MIT is Massachusetts Institute of Technology. It's the acronym of the school is more popular than the name of the school. One of the best schools. One of my dreams is to go to MIT and give a lecture or just do something with MIT, Harvard, Stanford, these schools. One of my best favorite universities in the world, right? So MIT, and they were saying that when you write a goal down, you are 50% gone to achieving that goal. If I remember the research right? You are 50% goal. Another research stated that when you write a goal down, you are nine times ahead in achieving the goal. You see? So many of you are up this morning for him because you know, your brain knew. There are some of you that you even woke up before your alarm clock. Is that true? There are some of you that before you are doing goal setting, if your alarm clock does not ring, you will not wake up. But when you started practicing goal setting, there are many times that you wake up. Your subconscious mind will wake you up before your alarm clock. Is that true? That works a lot for me right now. Sometimes I still set alarm clock right now, just in case, because the body can get too tired. But majority of the times, before it's 3 a.m., my body is already waking up because I went to bed with that consciousness that I need to wake up at this time. You get the concept, okay? Good. So it is very important. So daily goals are very powerful in eliminating excuses. The third thing that I need to do to eliminate excuses is self-discipline. Yes, self-discipline. There are many of you here, you are up because nobody woke you up. Your mother was not there to wake you up. Your father was not there to wake you up. Some of you are single, so your husband or your wife was not there to wake you up. For some of you, even if you are married, your husband is too lazy to even wake up, or your wife is too lazy to wake up, but you were up. Nobody woke you up. What woke you up was your self-discipline. The bed was comfortable. You were enjoying your blanket. You were enjoying the bed. But despite the comfortability of the bed, you pushed yourself out of that bed to be part of the morning session. That was self-discipline. And if you take that same attitude of self-discipline and put it in all the areas of your life, you will be successful. And of course, the last thing that is very important in eliminating excuses is accountability partner. Having an accountability partner. Having somebody who can hold you accountable to do the things you're supposed to do. Because you know that somebody will hold you accountable, you get to do it because you know that somebody will question you that how far will that go? You said that you will do this. Have you done it? Because you know that somebody may ask you questions tomorrow. You are driven because there is somebody to hold you accountable to get it done. Okay, good. Now let's look at day 12 evening, which is decisions. Your decisions lead to your destiny. Your decisions lead to your destiny. One of the most powerful things that I have seen in the life of successful people is their decisiveness. They are very decisive. They don't know how to be in between. They are very decisive. They make decisions when it is time to make decisions. I have had the privilege in consulting and coaching to coach guys who have made some money, guys who have made a good name for themselves, guys who fly first class and do stuff for themselves, right? And one thing I know about these guys, many times when I'm proposing something, when I explain the ups and the downs, all of that, they'll reason, ask follow-up questions and say, bam, let's do it. They are very straight, boom, let us do it. There's no, I will learn, no. As long as they have the data, they reason, they calculate, go up and down, boom, let's get it done, Joybert. Let's get it done. Very decisive people. But let me tell you something. You see, people who are still struggling in life, people are still, people have not developed success mindset and they are still broke up and down. They can take 1 year to make a decision. They can take 1 year to make a decision. Some people listen to you are like that. You know that this thing will help you, but you will procrastinate. You will go up and down. Before you finally make the decision, it may be too late. Your decisions lead to your destiny. And apart from that, these people make quality decisions. Let me tell you, if you grow in your decision making, your life can never remain the same. The life application says, list 5 decisions you have taken in the last 1 year that you are proud of. List 5 decisions you have taken in the last 1 year that you are proud of. What are the top 5 decisions you will be making in the next 12 months? The second part of the life application is something that's very important to me personally. Okay, personally. I don't enter a next month. I don't enter the next month or the next year when I don't have a list of things that I need to make very firm, decisive stand as far as those things are concerned. Because there's no room for you to be one leg in and one leg out. You need to make a stand. Decisiveness is one of the strongest pillars in the life of successful people. If you are following this session right now and there are things in your life and you have been looking at, you are still in between, it's not good. That's the Bible, that's double-mindedness. It's either you are not doing it or you are doing it. Stop wasting your energy, resources, your thinking and being two-sided. I go, I will not. I will not. I will not. Then something is wrong. Then it means you don't know how to make decisions, first of all. So you need to learn how to make decisions. And for business people especially, decision making is a skill. For those who are in leadership position, decision making is a skill. Even for those who are not in business and corporate, decision making is a life skill. It's a life skill. Okay? So you need to take your decision making very important. It goes to everything. You are a lady, listen to me right now. A guy is asking you out. Stop doing this. Analyze the situation. Look at your life. Is a yes or a no. Simple. You are a guy, you're crushing on a lady. It's simple now. Ask her out or not. Stop wasting your energy and going up and down and having sleepless nights. You want to start a business? Start it or you're not starting it. It is decisions that make life to move forward. Until you make decisions, life will not go forward. You want to go back to school and do your master's or PhD or whatever, make the decision, start it or not. Simple. Okay? When I say make the decision, what I'm saying also means go through the right process of making the decision. Every important decision must go through the right decision-making process. Okay? So take it serious. It's very important, because without this, many people will keep on being in the same spot year in, year out, because their decision-making is terrible. It's terrible. Right? Who is following this session right now, and there's a decision that you need to make a stand, and you have been procrastinating like in the last couple of months, just say me. Just type me. If you know, don't be shy. Don't be shy. If you know that there's something you have been pampering like for 6 months, even 1 year, that people that will keep a decision up and down like 2 years, they have not made a stand on it. It's not good. It's not good. It slows you down terribly. It slows you down terribly. You realize, I wish I would have made this decision long ago. Me, I make it. It's either it's good or it's bad. That's how you succeed in life. Make it. It's either it goes well or it goes bad. Either of the two, life will go forward. Life goes to the next level. That's one thing I've learned about life. Make it and see what is on the other side. Simple. Stop going up and down, and then 1 year later you have not made the decision and your life is in one spot. Nothing advances somebody's life like decision making. Nothing advances the life of somebody like decisiveness. Because whether you make it and there are wrong consequences, the good news is you have moved. When is the wrong thing, you will move. The wrong thing will force you to move. So go and make the decision. And I'll teach you the framework to use. So that tomorrow you will not say like Elvis. Elvis says, I wish I had gone for my PhD. You see, he did not make a start. Now he's wishing. But it's not too late. Go and do it now. Go and do it now. Okay. Now, let me give you a simple framework that I personally use this framework to make my decisions. Okay. Now, as I was saying, your decisions lead to your destiny. Your future is about the decisions you make, not the ideas you have. Ideas are good, but ideas without decision making makes no sense. If you keep piling ideas up and down, and you are not making decisions on the ideas make no sense. Hear this very well and never forget. Decisions give life to ideas. Decisions give life to ideas. There are many of you that have dead ideas. Any idea that you have not made a decision about it is a dead idea. It is decisions that give life to ideas. Your future is about the decisions that you make on the ideas that you have in your head. So, successful people practice value-based decision making. Okay? They practice value-based decision making. So before they make a decision, they make sure that the decision goes through some of the following questions that you can ask yourself. So many of you that have said that you have things in your life that you have not made a stand about those things. You have not been decisive about those things. Go and write that thing down and then ask yourself the following questions and provide answers. To the questions. When you are done with this simple questioning framework to make that life decision, when you will be done, you will know whether you will make the decision or not. As simple as that. It's either you make it or you not, and you take the next action and move forward. Because not making a decision is a decision. Right? Let me go back to relationships that people quickly talk about. With relationships, a guy is asking a lady out. A lady, either you accept the guy and be in the relationship, or you don't and not be in the relationship, and your life goes forward and you live now that you're single. Don't be living in between. I'm single, almost single, thinking of being single or planning to be single. I am not single. Yeah, and it's even giving you sleepless nights, and you cannot think very well, right? So whether you make a decision or not, it is still a decision. Okay. Number one, when you are about to make your decision, evaluate your decisions objectively. Evaluate your decision objectively, and you can use the following questions to evaluate your decisions. Number one, ask yourself this question: how does the decision benefit me? Yes. How does the decision benefit me? How will this decision benefit me? When you do that, when you ask this question, write it down. You always hear me talk about write down a lot. This is what I do. Some people don't make very quality decisions because they try to do things in their head. Some people are sitting like that and cross leg. Or some people chatting on WhatsApp and Facebook and thinking of important life decisions. That's nonsense. Here's what I do. I make important life decisions mostly after my prayer time. Because at that time also, my spirit is so tuned to also connect to the Holy Spirit and get further leverage, further insight on what to do. And I sit with a pen and a paper and I write the decision. Let's say I want to start a business, or let's say I want to travel to Australia, for example. Okay, trip to Australia. I write it. Is it important or not? First question, how will this trip benefit me? I write it. If I'll write all the benefits that come to my mind, I'll write it down. Second question, how does this decision benefit a third party or the stakeholder that will be involved in that decision? How will this decision benefit a third party or any stakeholder that may be involved in that decision? It could be your husband, it could be your children, it could be your siblings, it could be your father, your mom, your colleagues, whoever, your partner, whatever. But there is no decision that involves only you. Let's say you are married and you want to make a trip. Before you make that decision, you need to consider your husband and maybe your children that you have. You get the concept. When you do that, you now understand. You now write it down. Okay, this will benefit them, this, and this. Okay. The next question: how does it, or how will this decision hurt the third party? You also need to consider if you can benefit them, it can also hurt them, or it may not hurt them, but it may bring a challenge to them, or it may bring some inconvenience to them. And in this area, you begin to look at this kind of inconvenience. Are they willing to take it? Are they okay to take it? If yes, then take it. If no, you may need to have a discussion with that person to make sure that they understand the decision you're about to take. Okay? The next question, which is one of my most important questions to ask when I'm about to make a decision. Will I regret not making this decision? Will I regret not making this decision? Will I regret not taking these steps? Will I regret tomorrow if I don't make this decision? What will be the regret? You write it down. Sometimes this question alone challenges you to make the decision and end up and succeed. Okay. There's also the other part of the questions of that question, right? Will I regret making the decision? Right? The previous one was, will I regret not making the decision? Then, will I regret making the decision? If you make this decision, what is the regret? If it goes through, what will be your highest regret? Maybe you will lose money. And if the regret of losing money is what you are willing to go through, you can still pull through. And there's no decision that you will not have regret if you make the decision. The difference is that successful people go through it despite knowing the regret of making that decision, because they know that the higher purpose of the decision is more important than that regret. Okay? And lastly, which is very important, does this decision reflect my values and the will of God? Does this decision I'm about to make reflect my values and the will of God? Very important. This process sometimes can take you 30 minutes, 1 hour, or even a couple of days, depending on the kind of decision you want to make. You get the concept? Many people have made important life decisions in just a minute, and then few days later, it becomes their greatest regret in their life. From marriages, from the wrong marriages to the wrong business moves, the wrong career moves. They made the decision from excitement and emotions, and that is not enough. There is the place for emotions, but there is the place for logic. There is the place for going through quality decision-making process. If I start asking many of you now, you will tell me like a problem that you are just coming out for me right now, because you made the decision out of excitement and emotions. You did not go through the quality decision-making process. Est-ce qu'il y a là? Confirm now, don't be shy. Don't be shy. Some of you are just coming out now from terrible troubles that you are going through right now, or you are going through just a few weeks ago, because you made a decision from excitement and emotions. You took 2 minutes to make a very important decision. You did not sit down, pray over it, meditate, and go through the process. You excitedly made the decision. Some of you made the decision while eating. Some of you made the decision while drinking. Some of you made the decision while discussing with somebody. I can talk with you about something about my life, even my mentor. When I come back, I will still go through it myself. As I said earlier, if you truly master this, the art of eliminating excuses and the art of making destiny decisions, the way your life will flow, your life will be so tremendous, so incredible. Okay? All right, everybody, that is it for today. I hope you were challenged, you were blessed. And of course, remember, this coaching is just 20% of the retreat program. 80% is on you. Today, I have spoken detailedly about excuses and, of course, making decisions. Go during your quiet time, get your journal, sit down. Don't be in a haste. Some of you need to truly anticipate possible excuses that you will give yourself next year. Some of you need to identify what are the possible excuses that I can give myself next year, and begin to attack those excuses now like that. Some of you are about to make very important life decisions next year. Some of you need to make very important life decisions next year, from relationships to marriage to business to career to whatever. Don't go and make it in a haste. Don't go and use emotions. Don't go and listen to funny friends that don't even think about their lives very well. And make a decision. Go sit down. Go through this process with the help of the Holy Spirit. You will come up with quality decisions. Okay? All right, everybody. If there's no question, thank you so much for the comments. Thank you for confirming that you were challenged and you were blessed. See you tomorrow, same time, for day 13 of the retreat program. My belief and my hope is that this is helping you and you are preparing for 2024 for next year intentionally, and it's going to be the best year ever that you have ever had. All right. Take care, guys. See you tomorrow.